Hello, I want to welcome everybody to the Lava Report. We're back once again in our series highlighting those individuals that have impacted our communities. We have a special guest, another special guest, and about our fifth interview. I think last week we interviewed Dr. Erica Glover, and this was one of her mentors. I promised that I would not interview another woman until I was able to get her and capture her time. We're going to go into her story, but as you know, we do these interviews to be educational tools that we can share with people and encourage individuals to maybe press for their goals and through all this strife and struggle. Today, we have Coach Yontami Jones. And I'm gonna
All right.
put the bell. I'm gonna ring the bell on it.
All
Um,
right.
Actually, Kimmel High School's girls coach for
Mhm.
25 years. Winner of over 10. We just had to discuss this. A winner of over 10 7-city series champions. Some people haven't even won one, I don't think. She was the 31st recipient of the Kim Bulat Award, Coach of the Year 2019. I just want to Lava Report. We want to just welcome Coach Jones. Welcome, Coach Jones. How are you?
I'm good, Coach Bentley. Thank you.
Good. So every now and then, if I can't hear you, you might have to make sure the mic is close to your mouth. So yeah, yeah,
Okay.
just in case. You might have to pull it over from the bottom. Uh,
Okay.
yeah. So where did it all start? How did Coach Jones become Coach Jones? Did you have anybody, and I always ask this question, and this is our pattern. Let's go back to elementary school. I heard
Okay.
you were an athlete. How did it all
hmm
start? You playing ball?
Well, I know when I was in gym class, I used to get picked first all the time for any sport. It didn't matter what it was. I was on the playground one day, and one of my friends said, "Hey, let's try. You play basketball? You could play basketball." So I went out there and I started playing, and I developed this little two-hand jumper, double clutch shot, and ever since then I've been playing basketball. With the boys.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So with the
Mhm.
boys. So
Yes.
then, how did you start developing your talent? Then when did you feel like, okay, it's time for me to get in the gym? I'm really taking a hold to this thing.
Well, back in the day, we didn't have it like they got it now, but I did join Summit Lake Community Center. They had this little rec center, rec games, and I was the only girl on the team, and I played for them for about 3 years. And then I went to middle school at Ennis, where I'm teaching now, and I played for Ennis for 2 years. We won championship both years, along with volleyball and track. So
Oh,
I mean,
so
yeah,
you
I've
actually
been
coached in where you went to middle school.
yes,
Wow.
yes,
Wow.
yes.
So was there anybody any adult that influenced you? Was there anyone that like kind of a teacher or educator? Let's go to education. Was there any teacher on your side? Like was there somebody that you can remember that was influential and pushing you along your way?
And I had a lot of people. They wanted to make sure I was always doing the right thing. Um, Mr. Zupke was my math teacher, and he was also my basketball and track coach. And he made sure I did my sports and did my schoolwork. And he's one of them. I've had quite a few people. Mr. Pap was my high school basketball coach, along with Coach Sloan. And they always motivated me, and I always played my best
What
with
kind of
them.
student were you? Were you an A student, B student, average?
Average student I was until I got to college, and then I got my life together.
So
Yes.
so did you grew up here in Akron? I'm sorry, in Akron?
Yes, I did. All my
And then
whole
so
life.
what side of town?
West side.
West side, okay.
Yes.
So were there any influences? Were there any tugs trying to pull you away from, what was going on during that time? You coming up? Was there, how did you stay focused? Were there any outside, and maybe what was your family dynamic? You know?
Oh man, my dad was a pastor. My mom's a pastor's wife, and they are good people. Nobody knows their parents like their kids. You know what I mean? So you live with them, so you know if they're living right. So I've been raised right. I'm so happy that I had these two people for parents because they raised me right. I might have strayed for a hot second, but I came back, and I believe I'm doing what God wants me to do.
Yeah, we were talking about your parents, they might go to church, you put the word on them, but sooner or later
Hmm.
it gets in them, what I mean? Just as
Right.
long as you put it on them, I think, uh, either Pastor Swoop or Pastor Fowler said that before from Arlington Church of God. But
Yes.
so you great family, great spiritual family, great strength.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
that did you have any of those principles carry you to? I heard you played in college. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I
When
played
we
for Akron right
Yeah,
before
when
you,
I got to
right before
college,
y'all was here.
I was doing intramurals. You know,
Yep.
I got
And I
lucky
was
enough.
refing your intramurals.
Yeah, so I got lucky to get into college first off, blessed I
Okay.
should say, and then
Mm-hmm.
you're roughing the games, and
Mm-hmm.
I think you always have some Jordans on. You know what I mean?
I still do. I still
You,
do it.
you always have some J's on roughing. So, what was that college experience like? You playing basketball?
Well, I love my teammates. My first coach that I had, she didn't do right by us. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I remember one game I got in for 11 seconds, and I said, you know what? I bet I score in these 11 seconds, and I did. I remember. I mean, I'm not bragging or anything, but I was better than the people she recruited. I'm just saying. And another game we got in my sophomore year, we were last in the conference, and we beat the number one team, Northern Illinois, at that time. And then she put us back on the bench.
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Yeah.
And now, did you
Yeah.
walk on, or were you recruited?
I was recruited by Coach Street, the coach that came before her, and he left.
Oh man,
So I ended up walking on, but I got a scholarship, so I'm
good.
good. I was good. Yeah.
So, did
Mm-hmm.
you play all 4 years you were there?
I did. I did. I wanted to leave, but even her recruits, they got a petition going and they got her out of there.
Wow, it was that
Yeah,
bad.
it
So,
was
where did
bad.
she end up going? I mean, that's
She went,
tough.
where did she go?
She went
Uh,
JUCO.
she needed to. I forgot the name of the school, but it was a Division I school.
Wow,
I was shocked.
Division
It
One
was,
school.
she was an assistant.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let's fast forward.
Okay.
College. What did you get your degree in? I mean, did you graduate, or you know
Oh
what?
yeah, absolutely twice.
Oh, come on now.
I got my bachelor's in physical education, K through 12, and I got my master's in coaching and sports science, which has a lot of things you can do under there.
Wow, wow. So,
Uh-huh.
so coaching in sports science,
Yes.
and so that
Yes.
took you to the next level. So
Oh yeah.
you've been coaching Kenmore girls for 25 years.
Yes.
Well, you know what? Let's go back. Let's go back.
Mm-hmm.
I spoke with Erica Glover the other day,
Uh-huh.
and she brought up your name of the impact, and she said it. She said your full name, and she talked about the impact, and
Mm-hmm.
she called you a real sister. And it's sometimes it's hard to find a real
Mm-hmm.
sister, and even in these times, and with all this going on, she called you a real sister. Um,
Mm-hmm.
uh, how did you? It seemed like you were influencing individuals then. What was inside of you to kind of influence? I'm quite sure more girls than just Erica, Dr. Erica, I should say.
It's the God in me.
Okay.
I'm telling you now, Erica, that is my girl. She is my sister. She came to check on me when I was sick. I didn't know she cried for a week after I was sick, man. But we used to play basketball. We used to play with 4 people and still win
Wow.
against a team. I mean, we used to kick butt. We never lost. We never lost. It was awesome. That's my girl. And she worked real hard. She used to coach with me.
Okay.
She worked real hard on and off the court. You see where she is now? She is the doctor.
The doctor. Doctor.
Yes,
Dr.
yes.
Pepper.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
did you take that faith with you into coaching when you became Kenmore's coach? Was that the way? Because it's a lot of young ladies, and I've seen you coach and having the opportunity to coach over these last few years. And I remember leaving Hovind and going to help out Coach Boyd at Kenmore for a minute. And then
Mm-hmm.
seeing you in the gymnasium and it's packed, and you got high participation, and the girls believe, and the energy.
Mm-hmm.
Your organization, we trying to get gym time. In most schools, the boys practice first, and then the girls practice. In your organization, I come in, we in the little gym while y'all in the big gym. That is
Yeah.
powerful. Hey,
sorry. Go
I
ahead.
already knew what was up. Hey, when you win it, they're like, wait, no, y'all get the little gym with the
Uh-oh.
lunch tables and the dust, but and the little y'all got to go in there and move the lunch tables, man, to get the whole breakfast room down the street.
Oh, Lord.
So when I come in there, I hear that the energy in the gym, just being a player myself, the girls believe. I mean, it's all these different things these girls could get into, but the
Right.
commitment and the dedication. And when I get in there, and I can see why you're a winning coach, and the philosophy. Did you take some of that with you when you're helping these girls?
Oh, absolutely. I have to. I have to. I have to get in here and here. If they give me this, we're good to go. We're good to go. We got faith and we're going to move. We're going to move. Just got to believe in yourself. They already believe in me. Just believe in yourself.
You don't have to give any names. Can you give an example of Faith working with a player that you know that, man, oh, it was messed up, and how do I get this? I know some of the kids I work with. You're not only a coach, but you're a parent figure. You're a sister. You're a mother. You're a caseworker. You're a mentor. You're a past. Can you give an example of where you just know that you was in the right place at the right time, and you just pull? You don't have to give her a name, but you pulled this kid out of a situation.
I had two young ladies. One of them, their mom lost a house. The other one, their mom was an alcoholic, and I let them stay with me. These are different times. I let them stay with me, and both got Division I scholarships, and both hung in there, and both still are like under my wings today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Division I scholarships.
Now,
is that what I was reading about a kid at Toledo? Was that one of them?
That's one of them.
Yeah. I did a little research. I'm getting better at this thing. I'm trying to be like Trevor Noah, man. He do his research. Man. He be reading books.
That girl's a beast.
Yeah. So she got it together. What position did she play?
Point guard.
A point.
They call her the defensive hawk. Yeah, she is. She's great. She kind of reminds me of Erica, playing wise. Yeah, she played overseas too.
Okay. All right. So and I don't mean to be. I remember your brother, and we both lost brothers. And, it's nothing like you losing a sibling.
It's not.
Your brother, I remember, man, me and him got cool. I didn't even know that was your brother until
wow.
You sent out the pictures when he passed, and it just clicked because we had got cool. I think at the time I would be going out and he was doing bouncing, and he was working for Mad Dog, some kind of dog some company, and Red Dog Security or something.
Bulldog.
I go to the club and he at the door, man, and I'll sit there and top it with him, and then he got into boxing, and then I think he was going to fight Dave Polk one time. Well, he got into boxing, and I'm like, man, how old is we, man?
Right.
You tough as nails, man. What you getting out there for? So we had some good conversations. So what part of your faith brought you to that process? I know it took me a long time, and I didn't even realize I was depressed. And it really impacted our family. And we're a mental health organization, LAVA, and it stands for Learning Abilities for Victory and Achievement.
Okay.
What got you through that?
So it's still hard. I think about him every day. Okay. But what got me through is that when he was coming from New York, he got all the way to Erie, PA, and he got off the road on the median, and they said he drove about 2 miles on the median. And his ex-wife said that she taught him how to ask God to forgive him if some situation came. And I honestly believe that's what happened, and I believe he's in heaven, and that's what's keeping me grounded.
Good.
Yeah.
That's powerful. Yeah, it's something like, and those that are viewers, and I kind of highlighted, my brother's birthday was August 21st, but it's something you deal with every day. Because it's like the images, or you were thinking something in the good times, and So hopefully that's a word of healing for somebody who experienced something like that.
Yes,
And then
absolutely.
the same fight,
Hmm.
you know, I found out, I hadn't seen you when I started coaching. I come in and I see
Hmm.
your eye, you have something with your eye, and you told me
Oh.
that you were diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, can you take us through that process? And for some of the women that are walking, that's stage 4 breast cancer, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so could you take us through that journey? I mean, you're still coaching with cancer, you know,
Right.
and Black Panther died, man. You know, my
Mhm.
brother Black Panther died of colon cancer. How did
He
you find
did.
out? How did you find out?
Well, my eye was bothering me, and first of all, I saw like black floaty things. This was like maybe it was in 2017, but it was during AAU season, so maybe in March of 2017. And I was like, "What is that?" And I said, "Mom, do you ever see floaty things?" And she said, "Yeah, every once in a while you see them." So I guess it wasn't no problem. So every time I cut sharp and look back, it was weird. It was like I said, "Oh man!" So I told my partner, I said, it looked funny when I cut back and looked sharp. And I said, so you're gonna have to help me a little bit. So, and I don't want to miss anything while I'm reffing. So that happened, and I just keep going to keep going. I finally in August go see the eye doctor because I said, well, maybe I need glasses. I never had them before.
Hmm.
So she gave me some glasses. This eye is 2020. This eye, she said 2015. Um, with the what do you call that thing?
Uh, um, Not an abscess, but
Mm-mm.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah.
Stick some with the S, ain't it?
I
Step,
think so.
stigma.
Yes. Yep. Yep. That's it. That's it. And I said, man, okay. So then my eyes started getting like a little bit bigger here. And I played volleyball and I wasn't gonna play in my glasses. So she told me to wear my glasses at night when I'm driving and I'm okay. So I'm playing volleyball and I look up in the rafters and they automatically do like this and I'm trying to hit the ball. I said, oh my God, what is going on? And it scared me. It just made me have chills. And I was like, what is happening? So I finally, my teammates for volleyball kept telling me, you need to go to the doctor. Your eye's getting worse. And it was. So long story short, I went back. She couldn't find anything. They put me on steroids and they couldn't find anything. Um, I ain't gonna take you through that part, but it ended up having to be,
It's
uh,
okay. It's okay.
okay,
Just we on
okay,
the couch talking. It's okay. It's no
okay,
rush. It's okay.
all right. Um, I went to, I don't know how many doctors, maybe four. Um, I went to urgent care. They thought it was a thyroid. I went to Novus. They thought it was a thyroid. Um, I went to a specialist finally December 4th, all the way from there to December 4th.
Wow.
And my doctor, my eye doctor gave me the specialist. It's just hard to get into him.
Yes.
And he looked at me and he said, I'm going to diagnose you in 15 seconds. And what they couldn't do. He said, there's a tumor behind your orbital socket. I said, oh, wow. So yeah, with that being said,
Wow.
I went in a week later, I went into work at Ennis. I walked to the door, I stumbled a little bit. Now don't mind you, the other phys ed teacher and
Yeah.
the security guard, they
Uh-huh.
saw me stumble. They was like, oh, you going home. You okay? You going home. I said, I'm fine. He said, no, you go in the office, you going home. Can you drive? Yeah. I drove home. I went to sleep the whole day. We played booked that night. I got up and tried to go to the game and coach. I put my head down on the bench and had to have my assistants coach. We got beat by almost 50 points. And that was the first time we played Bookto that year.
Yeah.
And I was mad, but you know, we got them later.
Yeah. Yeah.
But um, I went home. I went to sleep. I didn't even call off work the next day. That's how bad it was. I was asleep. I couldn't breathe good. My back and my side was hurting. I came down on the couch and started praying. I was like, what is going on with me? I was tired. Um, I finally got called to the doctor and they said, come get your what's the name so you can get your biopsy. Okay. So they said, you got to go to your family doctor first to get your tests,
Yes.
heart rate, all that stuff. And I went and my daughter took me and do you know I couldn't breathe in? She asked me to breathe in. I was like, I said, wait a minute, let me try. This is nothing. Couldn't breathe in for nothing.
Couldn't take a deep breath.
Couldn't take one. I rushed to emergency. And by the time I got checked in for emergency, they told me I had pneumonia. That's why I couldn't breathe. I was 2 pints low on blood. I had a blood clot in my right leg, one in my left lung. And then they threw the C word at me on top of that, on top of all that.
Oh my God.
And my oncologist is amazing. Esther Remus, she said it started off breast, and I got a mammogram, but she said it's the kind that's not detected.
Whoa.
So it started off breast and it metastasized to the bone. And that's why that pelvis broke, fractured.
Oh,
Yeah, because the
I remember you
bones
talking
got
about that.
soft. Yeah. And I just had radiation last week for that.
Yeah.
So,
And,
yeah.
we were supposed to do an interview. Now, you taught me the difference between
Mm-hmm.
chemo and the other one.
Radiation. Radiation is like raised, I guess, that they sand down, and they made my bone so it wouldn't hurt. Yeah, and they did that over my eye too back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
when I
how's your
first got
vision?
it.
How's your
Oh,
vision?
I can see everything.
Yeah.
I was reffing like this, and I could see everything.
That's that 2015 in that eye, right?
There you go. There you go. And it's even, I don't even wear my glasses. I don't have to wear my glasses. They made them for nothing.
They made them for nothing.
Yep.
So, okay, you're coaching,
Mm-hmm.
and through this fight, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I say, I coach because that's my sanctuary. That's
Mm-hmm.
how I heal from my loss. But I watch you coach, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like you 100%. How? And I know you're gonna say the Lord, but how do you design your trust? Like, how does that take place that you trust in the Lord that way? Like, to go out and still impact other people's lives. How do you apply your faith like that?
I was raised that way, and when I was really, really sick, like I didn't even know how bad I was. I was about to die. I just kept asking God. I said, Lord, by your stripes, I'm healed. I'm healed in your name, Lord. I just kept saying it. Just kept repeating it. And then I would pray for other people. You know what I mean? That was in my situation. That helps also. You pray for other people in your situation. And I've always had faith in God, just like I have faith in 4 of us winning the games. Just like I mean, it's just me. I don't want to lose. I drill it in my girls. We don't want to lose. We want to play hard. Yeah, I'm not gonna lose. God got me.
Yeah, and
Yes.
that runs over. The cup runs over. That belief runs over into how you coach. And now
Yes.
you basically were in the fight for your life.
Yes, I will not die, but I will live, saith the Lord. I'm living.
Yeah. He said, I
Yes.
shall not die, but live to declare the works of the Lord.
Yes,
I know
sir.
that one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's Psalms, I think 91, 180. I know that. I remember that one.
Right.
Psalms 118. Psalms
Okay.
118.
Okay.
Psalms 118. I shall not die, but
118.
live.
But
Yeah.
declare the works of the Lord. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I think I got that title on my neck somewhere. So,
Okay.
I actually got it from a woman that beat cancer at a church called Antioch when I was about 14.
Okay.
And
I know who that is.
saying that same scripture. I shall not
Mm-hmm.
die, but
But
live to declare
live,
the
said
works of the Lord.
to the Lord.
I would not put
Yes.
my confidence in man. I would not put my trust in princes.
That's right. That's right.
So
That's right.
you're a mother, a grandmother. How does that work out?
I don't say the G word, but no, I am.
What do he call you?
He called me Gigi.
Gigi, you a Gigi?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's
Parents?
another thing. That's another thing. I had Paris the year before I went to college. So I was pregnant my senior year. But my mom had faith in me to keep going to college and play basketball. She helped me. God helped me. I had a great experience. I didn't give up. And I have known a couple other girls. They called me and told me, I saw you do it, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? And that's great. I mean, I hate for them to get pregnant early, but I mean, if it happens, then do what you gotta do to make your life right.
Good. And there's a
Mm-hmm.
number of people that will be watching this. This is an educational video, so
All right.
it's out there. You know,
Yes.
and they
Yes.
can play it, something that we can give reference to, so they can hear you say that about that fight and believing in yourself. And still
Mm-hmm.
continue, because life does go on. You got life, and
Yes.
you can be the best life you can give to somebody else. That's what I heard. Be the best life you can be to give to somebody else. Because you was like, you
Mm.
started praying for other people that were in your condition.
Yes.
So how
Yes.
old is your grandson? I think
Uh-huh.
I
He's
heard
9.
right.
Uh-huh. He's
9.
9.
Is
Uh-huh.
he a baller too?
He is now. He moved down to North Carolina to go to school with his dad this year, and he's training him. So his dad was a beast. So, and
So
I
what?
think
His
I was a
father
little
played
beast.
ball.
Yeah. Clyde
What is it?
McKinney, CJ.
Oh, C.J. McKinney.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So grandmother, mother, fighter. What's next for you? And now, so you guys, this in this unique season, coaching with coronavirus. Um,
Mm-hmm.
how you, and then the fact that you are battling the C word, right?
Mm-hmm.
C
Mm-hmm.
word during this time, and still you're making yourself available to
Mm-hmm.
still influence and impact the ladies that you coach. How does
Right.
that look this year?
It's hard for me because we're family, and this is one of the best teams I had. We had the same team last year that we got this year. So I mean, and it should be even better, but we just gotta make sure we're in shape. So it's hard because we're hands on and we got to be away from each other. And I love my girls, and we're family. And my assistant coaches have been helping me tremendously because I want to be out there doing everything. So I just walk around with my
Yeah,
mask on and watch them,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got
So,
to keep a
mhm,
distance. You
yeah.
can't afford it. You can't afford it.
No, not at all. Got to be smart about it.
Yeah, I remember
Mm-hmm.
Pastor Swoop was diagnosed, and
Mm-hmm.
she uh, she couldn't do nothing but maybe a fist bump every now, but in the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, you
Mm-hmm.
got to stay away. So I understand.
Yeah.
So if you had anything you could tell before we close out,
Uh-huh.
if you had anything that you could tell the world today, I'll ask this question. I asked it earlier to one of my comrades.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to the world today?
Um, don't fear, trust in God, and I mean, if you got faith, you could come out of anything. Anything. Yes.
Faith is the
Yes.
answer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, I want to thank you for your time. I know your rest is important. You were mighty strong through this recording, and I really do appreciate it. And we were finally able to get it done.
Yes.
I know you guys are
Mm-hmm.
going to have a great season no matter how it looks.
All right.
Continue to inspire. It's your inspiration for me. Continue to
Mm-hmm.
inspire. Continue to compel. And we all love you. So
I
God
love
bless
you
you.
too.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
your
God
time.
bless you.
I'll
All
keep in
right.
touch.
Okay.
Hopefully, I get that chemo job.
Yes, that would be great.
That'll be cool.
Right. I said something to DeFalco.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Take care.
All right.
Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.